So today's guest on this special Behind the Mic here on WFLO, we have Taylar Palmer.
In big script. Write it down.
Hello, Taylar.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good to hear. Taylar. It's that time. I know it's probably not your favorite, but
Interrogation time.
People got to know, like, what's up with you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
People
here today.
know you are here.
I'm here.
We appreciate that. I'm sure at this point in time, a lot of people know you're the social media manager
I am,
at WFLO.
yes.
You manage all of the accounts.
I do, with the help of you, of course.
A little bit, yeah.
So
And of course, you're very, very knowledgeable on that. That's what you went to school for.
That is what I went to school for,
So,
yes.
You have obviously a lot of background.
Yeah, a little bit of background.
And so I'm going to start this interview off,
Okay.
if you don't mind, with how did you how long have you been working at WFLO for?
I believe I've been working here since about December 2022. I was approached in, I believe, October 2022 when there was still kind of the workings happening, the gap of trying to get WFLO back on the air. So I believe around December 2022 was when I jumped on board and started working here.
How did you feel about going into radio as a social media manager?
Honestly, I was excited for any opportunity.
Yeah.
I think any opportunity is a moment to have some growth somewhere. Like I've had jobs before in the past where I may not have liked it, but I grew from that job. So I was excited to start. I always would listen to WFLO with my grandparents in the car and in their home. So I never thought that it would be me working here, something that I would end up doing. But it's definitely been a really big growing process, and I'm very glad that I've been given the opportunity and the space to grow here and learn. So
Taylar, what's your favorite part about working at WFLO?
I think having such a fun group of people to work with. I know I can throw crazy ideas at Noah and he's going to go, let's find a way to do that. So having people that are, especially in a creative role, willing to work with you on what you want to do, even if it doesn't happen. And I know Noah will approach me with also some crazy ideas sometimes, and I'll go, let's figure out a way to make it happen. And it's been, a lot of fun seeing the radio station grow, because we had a great platform from before, but having it grow into what it is now has been really exciting to see, everything, flourish and get better and better, and have thrive and have fun ideas.
I love that. That's a great answer. Taylar, what is a food that comforts you?
Oh gosh.
They can kind of like just snuggle up with and get a little bowl of said food.
Honestly,
you look like a chicken pot pie kind of lady.
I hate chicken pot pie. That's actually so disgusting of you to say that. No offense to the chicken pot pie eaters. That's so sick. Ew. My favorite comfort food. Honestly, this sounds like pretty awful, but I love Caesar salad. So I'll get Caesar salad and a side of fries and a side of ranch to go with the fries. And that is do you want me to find a better answer?
No, that's perfect. I'm sorry.
That's my answer. Because you went.
Taylar, what is your all-time fry? Are you a waffle fry? You like the thin little fries that McDonald's shovels out?
Honestly, it depends on the restaurant and how they cook it. Obviously, like a Chick-fil-A fry is a good fry. Like, with the right sauce, it's a very good fry.
Yeah.
We do a lot of the like steak fries at my house. Like kind of basically whatever's on sale, but usually it's like a steak fry of some sort, because it holds more seasoning.
Yes.
If you season them, and then obviously more space to put your sauces.
A very well-seasoned fry goes a long way.
It does. It brings a lot of joy.
What do you have hot takes on sweet potato fries, Taylar?
I don't like sweet potatoes. I have tried them in multiple different versions and different ways, and I just can't get behind the sweet potato movement that we're having.
Yeah. What's your favorite all-time story here at WFLO?
I don't work here every day, so I don't know. Skip that. I don't have a good story.
Taylar, I gotta ask you. What is your favorite thing to do in Farmville?
I really like going to restaurants. I feel like in the past couple years, we've had a really good growth of a lot of fun restaurants. Because when I was little, it was a couple of different restaurants and then a couple of fast food places. And now having people come in and create these really fun restaurants.
It's a variety.
It's a good variety now. So yeah.
We have an Indian food place, Flavors of India.
Do you really? I didn't even know that was here now.
Yeah,
Okay, I have to try that out. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, no, there's a wide variety of restaurants and dining experiences to be had
100%.
in Farmville. So, yeah. Ooh, do you have a favorite restaurant?
Probably the Fish and Pig. That is my favorite.
Really?
Genuinely.
Okay.
It's really good. It's a sauce
Good fries.
thing. That's literally what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They have really good fries, and then their sauces are really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like the atmosphere is chill. Like you could go there any time of day and just have, it's like a good vibe.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Good music too.
Good music, yeah.
Taylar, I mean, I got a fascinating question right here
Okay,
for you.
great.
And
I'm ready.
very, very curious on how you're going to respond. If you could become an expert in anything,
Okay.
what would it be?
Honestly, I would love to be able to have the ability to paint. I'm a horrible artist, so having the ability to like just sit down and create beautiful things would be very, very fun for me. I've always wanted to be able to do it, and unfortunately that was not something that I was gifted with, so having that would be really cool.
Have you ever worked towards getting good at art?
No. Well, I should say yes, because obviously when you're in school, you have to take art classes at a very young age. And it was just one of those things where everybody else around me was really doing well, and mine was always the most horrible piece, or they'd give me a little award just because they felt bad for me.
Sure.
So being able to come back and be like, look what I did would be, that's a talent that I'd like to have. And to be able to like paint people around you and scenes and things, I just feel like that's such a nice ability to have.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you could take an easel out to a nice sunset, paint that, you know.
Yeah.
It really, and hey, free gifts, or not free gifts, but, you know, that's always a great Christmas. You could paint family members.
Yeah, paint their animals, something, you know.
Something, yeah. So, Taylar, you know, do you have any hidden talents? Speaking of art and, you know, how you can't not paint.
Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents that you like to keep secret? Closed off?
I don't know if this is a hidden talent, but I haven't been in it for a few years. I started playing the violin in 6th grade, and that was my thing, and I really loved it. And obviously, as soon as I graduated high school and went into college, I didn't pick it up as much. But most people don't know that about me, but I do play the violin, and I've done it for very many years.
What's the most challenging part of the violin?
Honestly, the more that you work up the string, that was I found to be the most challenging.
Taylar, you know, I feel okay. I'm gonna ask you this question, then I'm gonna tell you what I think you are. Okay.
Okay.
So, are you a early bird or a night owl? Just by the look in your eyes, I'm gonna guess night owl. Am I correct?
Very much so. Yes, I've always been a night owl. I've never been an early morning person. I don't like the early mornings. I worked a job before that was very, very early mornings at 4 a.m. and it just solidified that
Broke
I will
you.
never, ever, ever
Yeah.
be a morning person. They say as you get older, it gets better and you want to wake up earlier, but I have no
Never experienced
want
that, yeah.
to wake up early.
You have no want.
None at all.
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
want to wake
look,
up early.
I feel you on that. The morning is dreadful.
I don't find it to be this beautiful. The sun is rising. I'm like waking up, sun's in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's bright. I don't like it. I like the quiet
Yeah.
of
The
night. I get a lot of stuff done at night.
Same.
So I do a lot of work at night.
Yeah.
But
Me as well. I would have to totally agree. You know, and also morning people just have that energy that I don't vibe with.
they do. When I was working that job at where I had to
They're
be
too
there
chipper.
at 4:30. At 4:30, it's still dark out, and they're going, "Good morning," and I'd be like, "That's a lot
Yeah.
for this hour. I just rolled out of bed to be here,
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please don't waste it on me." this
Exactly.
early."
Exactly. No, that's great. That's great. Well, Taylar, I totally agree. Night owls are always the best, and
the best.
they're the kind of people you want to hang out with.
They really are.
Definitely.
Yes, they are.
So I got another question for you. If you could interview any celebrity, dead or alive, or any person, it doesn't have to be a celebrity, but it would
Yeah.
be cool if you answered that.
Okay.
Who would it be?
Honestly, this is going to be like a really niche
Sure.
answer. Anne Boleyn, I have a lot of questions
Really?
for her.
What? Like what?
Why?
Okay.
Like, I feel like her story has been very skewed as to into making her a bad person.
Yeah.
When if you look at the whole picture, she probably really wasn't a bad person. She was thrown into this situation. Yeah. So how did she especially like stay strong dealing with those moments of being forced by your family to go after somebody that you might not want to be with at the time, and then also just her influence upon her husband and changing churches. And I think she's just a very influential woman, even if she probably really didn't want to be. So I just have a lot of questions for her.
Very interesting.
Very niche answer.
That is
very
a very
nerdy
niche,
answer.
But I like that.
Yeah.
That was very good. So Taylar, if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Yeah. My dream job as a child was to be an archaeologist. That was really what I wanted to do. And I think that if I had kept that course in college and kept going that way, I probably would be working my way towards that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was probably what I'd be doing right now, if not radio. But I like where I'm at, so it's okay at the end of the day.
Is there a specific moment in time when you realized it's what you wanted to do when you were younger? Like what inspired you to want to do that?
To be an archaeologist?
Yeah.
I've always been a history person and an English person. I feel that this is probably controversial, but a lot of schools now tend to really want children to go into STEM courses, and obviously those people are very important. But that was always what I wanted to do, which was the English and the history and learn. I just remember sitting in school and being like, out of everything that I'm learning and I'm doing, this is what I find the most fascinating and the most fun, is going through all the history stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's very important, I think, that we preserve a lot of the history that we see, because a lot of it does end up getting erased eventually.
You're right. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the most interesting thing you've learned about working in radio?
Oh, let's see. Honestly, probably the other day, I recorded a commercial, and just seeing the background and what has to happen in production in the back, I personally didn't think, I just thought you boomed it, recorded it, and then you were done and you moved on. And there's so much more editing behind it.
Intricate
cuts. Little tiny things that you wouldn't even think about. Like maybe a breath here, you don't even think like, oh, that's going to get cut. But just cutting it makes a world of difference. So definitely learning a lot of the production stuff from both Noah and John has been really kind of cool to see. You wouldn't think about it.
Yeah. Do you have a least favorite genre of music?
I am not a fan of country music.
Oh.
I never have been, and I don't think I ever will be. There are a few songs and a few artists that I'm like, okay, I can be okay with. But a lot of the stuff happening right now is just not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan at all.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite country artist that you do like?
I like Taylar Childers. I think that I think he's great. Like I've listened to some of his albums before, and like I read the story of how his life was before, and it's been, kind of, it's one of those puzzle pieces where you connect what he's saying to what's happened in life. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right, Taylar, and do you have a favorite fast food restaurant, something that is like your go-to, something?
It's a little treat. I love Cookout. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I get a ranch wrap and fries, and if I'm really feeling it, a cheerwine float. But again, that's very much like a treat. I don't go there often, but that is my like guilty pleasure fast food. Do
you have a favorite milkshake from Cookout?
Oh, I'm not a huge milkshake person, to be honest with you. I'm very basic. I like a mint chocolate chip, which I know is a
very controversial
flavor to like, because people say it tastes like toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it. I also like peanut butter chocolate milkshakes. Those are good too. So I'll be happy with anything that anybody brings me. I don't care. It's expensive out here.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I get it. All right. Well, Taylar, thanks again for coming in. Really appreciate you answering some of these questions. And I know the people are going to be quite satisfied with your answers.
I hope so.